Well, hello there, traders. Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. I'm sorry I've been away for 1 week now, but I'm back, and I'm just here to update you today on trades currently going on, and I'm going to give you 3 setups I'm currently looking at, which you can capitalize on. So let's start with DXY. I'll be analyzing DXY, gold, USD CHF, and NSD USD. What else? Maybe those ones for now. Maybe Bitcoin and all that. We'll get into it. So last time I gave a weekly analysis, we were here, sold, we hit this drawn liquidity. I told you guys on other brokers, you see the price actually went below even this previous weekly low, and we took that liquidity. So ICT, once we have taken sell side, what do we target? We target the buy side liquidity, and I told you guys when we were here last week but one, this will be our drawn liquidity and this one will be on a drawn liquidity. So we have taken those two. So let's see what price will do. This is on DXY. The reason you see prices falling this much is because we had news today, negative news on DXY. You can log into Forex Factory. We get to see we had ADP negative, we had ISM negative. So it's just been a bad day for the dollar, and that's why we're seeing the current drop on DXY. But when we see drop on DXY, what do we see on the other pairs that are paired to the dollar? We get to see an upward movement. So let's start with silver. Yesterday on my channel, and I posted a trade I took on silver. I posted it when I was on a loss first and got into profit. I've been holding the trade, I think, since Monday. Took the trade here, targeting the buy side liquidity. I'm so deep in this trade, I'll overlay it on the screen here. So my first confluence, obviously I have a lot of confluence, but let me just use this simple chart here. So first I was seeing prices, once prices broke above this area, we were rejecting a lot. We didn't close below here, we didn't there, we didn't close there, we didn't close there, we didn't close. So once we broke above, we retested. I knew, yeah, I'm going up, and took an entry there on the lower time frame, retest, and took a trade. Still holding it. I'll overlay it on the side of the screen. Stop loss was here, but zero drawdown. Literally just broke out and didn't retest, and just retested and just went perfectly. So I'm targeting the buy side liquidity over here. Let's see how that will play out. So next, USD CHF. This is the first pair we ever started with, you guys. So what's happening here in USD CHF? So the drop we get to see here because dollar USD, so dollar down, so that's why we are seeing that sell momentum currently. But so far so good. I told you guys 3 months ago in this trade, I told you this buy area was my next high low before we target this range high, that range high. So we have got to see prices buying from there. If you extend this support here, if prices broke below, I had to wait for confirmation, but took some partials because some people know I bought. Took some partials, and I got other confirmation here on this leg. Get to see it's an upward movement, retracement to the downside. It's like a what? There's something these people call it. I've forgotten the name. It's a pattern where you find, compression. Yeah, something like a compression. Then I found an entry there, beautiful entry. Would have taken it. So what do we have to see? We get to see we've broken out of this trend line. So I also try to look at what other people are thinking. So we have broken out, so I know people are targeting the downside. If we move to the daily time frame, it's like a retest, and order flow is down. So people, there's a fair value gap here, if you can see. So this area, really pivotal area, and we got to see the trend line. One tap, that's the start. Here we had rejection on that trend line, and then rejection perfectly on that trend line, aligned with news perfectly. But doesn't mean we should sell. We can look at this down close candle here. So let's see how that down close candle will hold price. If we get to push to the upside, because remember, range target, gave this trade 3 months ago. I always analyze it on every analysis, and so far so good. It's been a journey here. So yeah, That's just my analysis on USD CHF. Let's move to NSD USD. So I also took a trade here a long time ago. Then if you guys can remember, first trade we took with you guys here. Let me move to a lower time frame so that you guys can see better. So it was prices were moving downwards, and you know, we broke above. I told you guys this was the fifth wave. So being a fifth wave, I didn't expect, you know, traders were expecting a retest here, then a continuation to the downside, but I was like, it's the fifth wave, Elliott wave, chances are markets will continue. So I was waiting for this support area to fail. If it failed, we would have continued downwards, but it supported price, held price, and we took a trade to the upside, a mini scalp if you can remember. So, and we broke above this trend line, so we retested and continued upwards. So we got what we got to see right now is we had liquidity here. We have taken that liquidity. So here we have a order block, and it's pushed price down sometime now. Get to see prices. It's on the daily. If you look on the daily, it will make much sense to you. So yeah, you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 times rejected price, 7 8 now because of news, because also this, remember, it's a dollar pair, so pair to the dollar, so the news has affected price. So let's see if we'll have a rejection from here back down, but I don't care about that. What I care about is this. So when prices come here, guys, I want you to look for buys. Let me even just place it already. But first, you know, prices just don't come and we buy. Obviously we have to look for confirmation, change in trend direction, target the buy side there. Just, yeah, that's that. You see, risk to management is good, everything is good. So we can target here, we can target where else, we can target up here, extreme highs, maybe also, you know, this is liquidity. Those are areas in the chart we target this fair value gap here. So those are areas, but the easiest target will be targeting this high, that buy side liquidity. And yeah, so same thing with USD CHF, the way you saw it, gave the trade before. So just wait for the trade, liquidity taken, so just wait for, we filled this fair value gap. Yeah, there's a fair value gap here, I think we filled it, but just be patient, let's see what will happen. But I anticipate a continuation here. Then from here, I'll be happy to take a trade to the upside. Then another pair I want to analyze is, obviously I can't miss gold. How can I miss not analyzing gold, guys? So gold has just been a wild ride so far, and I guess it's making sense now to me. So I told you guys some weeks back when we were here, we're down here, I told you prices have to come back to a premium area before you get to sell. So you remember, I gave you that even before markets, and that's what market did. I don't know if you guys can remember from this video, the reason markets had to come here, stop loss. You know, there was a lot of stop loss for traders here. Remember when we took this sell trade here, we had this area was a decisional area. It was either prices will tap and continue upwards, or tap. It was only two ways, or tap and retest and go down. There wasn't going to be any choppiness or anything here. So the people who took the sells, our stop losses, most of them are here. So what happened, remember, this trade was based on markets invalidating the, you know, coming down, breaking the support, it was a support after prices have gone up. So prices invalidated that, then prices invalidated the first demand zone in that area. So when those two happens, that's why you get this type of trade. So we get to see that prices came to weak just above there, you see, to collect that liquidity that was there. There's a lot of stop losses there of people who are still holding price. Traders, remember, always pay yourself first, okay? These markets are cruel, and that's what always happens. So we get to see prices manipulated there. Then if you come to see, this can be like a QM pattern. So get to see, or yeah, prices had to come there. Prices had to come there, and it was also, we had this huge fair value gap But what I told you guys is that there was this breaker block. I told you guys markets will come to this breaker block, 50% the CE, and will sell. So sell, I had to wait for confirmation return, and we took that trade. I updated you guys on that trade, and markets pushed upwards again to this area, which was a very probable area, and we get to see market went down. But remember, markets didn't break below this C wave. Here is this is the drawn liquidity. That's why I put P. I told you it's a potential draw on liquidity, but markets didn't even bother to come here. So what we got to see, if markets don't break below this C area, this C wave area, it's still bullish. That's what I want you to know. So what did we get to see on gold? Sorry for that. So what we got to see was this down close candle held price, was a point of interest. Let's see how prices behaved. Reject. Prices didn't close below that area. Okay, after coming to this area, sold off. Prices didn't break below this area. Prices held. So now, and we haven't broken below the C wave. So we are still bullish. So everything we care about is bullishness. So you wouldn't have placed a trade here unless this is on the 4 hour. Maybe if you went to the lower time frame, you'd have been able to capitalize. But I always see people, Malaysian SNR people, always have this type of pattern in their charts or something, where they wait for markets to do this, come above, then the retest here is where they buy off. But I don't do that, but I can try it one day. But it's I've noticed it's a good entry. It's a good entry for people who do that. So what do we target? You can target the first high, this high, second high, this high. So those are the highs people should be looking at. Buy side liquidity, that high, we are almost reaching there, that high, and the other high, this other high. So those are the areas people should be placing their eyes on. So that's on gold. Then which other pair would I have that I need to analyze for you guys? Had CHF. Let's see how it played out. I gave out this trade some time back. I told you what will happen on this trade. We'll have a manipulation wave. It even manipulated this low. Very good, very good. So let's move in closer. So this is what we got to see. When I was doing the analysis, I told you this accumulation, manipulation, then distribution. And exactly, I told you this will hit the drawn liquidity. That was the drawn liquidity. So I know the manipulation wave wouldn't have been tradable, but once prices came back, you would have found an entry even here. Here, an entry there. So let me just organize everything well. So this was the manipulation wave. Internal range liquidity from there. This was the manipulation, and then this was the distribution. Let me put it well for you guys. This was the distribution wave, and this was the accumulation wave. Accumulation there, perfectly get to see that. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We've targeted our drawn liquidity perfectly. Hit it today, almost after a month or something, right? So yeah, it's just about patience and letting the market play out. It had been a long time since I traded this pair. Last traded it August last year, and you get to see, next time I didn't trade anything here. This year I just come with a trade on June 24th or something, and I give you a trade, perfect trade, and yeah, it does its thing. So feel free to comment under the video. I'll analyze anything you guys want me to analyze for you. I have trades running. I'll overlay them here on the screen, the side. So feel free to comment any pair, even stocks. I'll analyze them for you and post them in my next video. I can maybe post tomorrow if you guys comment today or anything. I'll just do it for you guys. So yeah. So we were targeting this high. See? Very good trade. Let me expand this. This was a very good trade. I don't know, it's not expanding, but very good trade. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, power of 3. People trade ICT, know that. So last thing I might want to look at is Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? It's been a long time since I analyzed Bitcoin. So we had the market maker buy model on BTC, and what I told you guys is we got to see prices weren't targeting this area, and we had SMT here. And when you have SMT, you just know the market is about to change hands. Okay, so we had that sell, and I told you guys there's a trade here. I even gave you the trade. I told you this is what you could do here. Let me highlight that for you. It's 1 pixel. Let me put 4 pixels. Told you when I analyzed it that day that markets were here. Markets will come to this fair value gap and will continue going downwards, will push downwards. Okay, and I told you the first drawn liquidity is always the first low, which is the easiest target, and we hit that, and markets continued going. So I told you maybe we can anticipate accumulation, this being our manipulation wave. I have one trade currently open on Bitcoin, and it's somewhere here, and we get to see prices aren't even bothering to close below, but let's see how it plays out. So manipulation wave, then the distribution, and where do we target? We target the buy stops up here. So one thing I told you, I know I told you guys you can look for an entry somewhere here. I told you this is a protected low this here, but we got to see that we didn't have any confirmation. Markets just dropped like a waterfall when it reached here, though we got to see some buy pressure when we reached this area, but yeah, no strong confluences, and markets just pushed down, came and took the stop losses down here. And I guess once it has taken these stop losses, I don't see any other need to go lower, because this is the smart money reversal. So let's see how it plays out, but I believe we can buy from somewhere here if we find confluences, because look at this, we've broken a high, but let's see how it plays out, because they've also taken a low. Maybe it's seek and destroy part. I don't know. I'll look at it, but I do have a trade there, and I took a trade on this low because I knew smart money reversal taking this low might be a bit challenging, but let's see how it plays out. So this was my accumulation, longest manipulation. So distribution targeting this buy stops. That's my analysis. I don't have a trade on US and UG right now because huge momentum because of dollar, but if I find a trade, you know guys, I'll always update you, right? So I actually wanted to place a trade here on Monday, but we had I explained it on my last video, just in my last video immediately, the point where I show you my notes. I wanted to take a buy at market open for some pairs, but we got to see a huge gap up, but markets came down and refilled and filled that efficiency, and then markets pushed to the direction it wanted to go. So yeah, if I have another trade or another analysis, I'll put it in the next video. Feel free to comment any pair you want me to analyze, anything from oil to gold to silver, anything, Netflix stock, any stock, I'll analyze it for you guys. So have a nice day, have a nice trading week, and remember, tonight we have a Fomc meeting. It's around my time, it's around 9 p.m. I guess. It's always at 9 p.m. my local time here in Nairobi. Yeah, 9 p.m. FOMC minutes, so we're waiting for that. Currently it's at 5:15, so some few more hours. So yeah, have a nice trading week, and cheers guys.